Here's an example of a simple interest calculation that's a little bit trickier. It says Kate decided to invest $3,500 in a long-term deposit for 6 months, which paid her a rate of 4.8% per annum. So our important information is principal, $3,500. The investment's been made for 6 months at a rate of 4.8% per annum. And the first key thing to look at is that the interest rate is 4.58% per annum, and our time length, or the end value, is 6 months. Now this is in months, not years. We need that to be in years. So if we write our little list over here, principal is 3,500. Our rate, R, is 4.8. Now remember, we need to, 4.8%. We need to write this as a fraction or a decimal. So you can write it either way. I'm going to choose a decimal, 0.048. But if you choose to write it as a fraction, 4.8 over 100, that is okay as well. It means exactly the same thing. You can choose either. And our N is 6 months. Now because that's 6 months and we need it in years, we divide by 12. 12 months in a year, which gives us 0.5 years. So $3,500 invested an interest rate of 4.8% for 0.5 or half a year. So we calculate the interest that Kate would earn on that after 6 months. Our formula is I equals PRN. Our principal P, 3,500. R is 0.048 or 4.8 over 100. You can use either of those versions. If you prefer decimal, it's 0.048. Fraction is 4.8 over 100 times the N value, 0.5 years. 0.5. And that will give us $84. So for the 6 months that Kate had her $3,500 invested, she earned $84 worth of interest. Part B asks us to calculate the total, or the balance, or the total of Kate's account after 6 months. How much money is in there after 6 months? The way we calculate that is A, for our final amount, is the principal plus the interest. It's the money she started with. She started with $3,500 in her account, and she's adding on the interest that was earned. So the $3,500 plus the $84 interest that she made, which gives her $3,584 in her account after 6 months. All the money she started with plus the extra interest that she made. Part C says after her first 6 months, the bank offered Kate a rate of 5.2%. If she reinvested $3,500 another 6 months, calculate how much extra money Kate made in the second 6-month investment. So how much extra did she make at this interest rate, 5.2%, than she made at the 4.8% interest rate? We need to do another calculation. We need to find how much interest she made. So again, our principal is $3,500. The rate is 5.2% per annum, and the money has been invested for 6 months. So we can write our little list again. Principal is $3,500. Rate, 0.048 or 4.8 over 100. N is 0.5 years again. So the only thing that's changed, it's not 0.4048 here. Our rate is now 5.2%. Good job if you picked that up. 5.2%. The only thing that's changed is our interest rate. The principal and the length of the investment are the same. So if we calculate once again, I equals PRN. Our principal was 3,500 times our rate, 0.052, or you can put that in as 5.2 over 100, times half a year, 0.5, 6 months. So with this calculation, we should get $91. $91. So the second time around, Kate earned $91 worth of interest. And we've been asked to calculate how much extra money she made in this investment at 5.2%, than she made in the first one at 4.8%. So the extra money is equal to the total amount she made here, the $91, minus the $84 from the first investment. So she made a total of $7 more in her second investment at a 5.2% interest rate than she did at the 4.8% interest rate. So there you have it. That's an example of calculation and comparison of different interest rates in a long-term deposit.